Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reading and reacting to Black Clover chapter 339. Last chapter we learned that Yami has a sister. That's fun. I guess we'll just get right into it. Okay, we start on Yami's sister basically almost breaking Asta's face. Captain Yami's little sister? But he never said he had a sister. I don't care about that clown either, as she just like right at his face. Hey, the color of his hair. Oh, is he foreign? What's wrong with his arm? And they're starting to get like a lot of like attention from around. Your pal should be on his feet by now. Oh, and so what is it? Oh God, I'm Ryuda. He grabs them and he races off to get away from everybody. Sorry for the ruckus, folks. Ha ha ha. Lieb's here, right? Oh, that's so weird that they can separate. That's like this entire time they could just like kind of separate out. Weird. Oh, weird flying fish things. It's like a bunch of goldfish with like weird bubbly bubbles all over their heads. You're looking good. I'm glad. This here's Fumito Mikuriya. He's a recovery yojutsu genius. I'd never treated a being like him, so it took quite a while. And the little fish spits out Lieb. What, Lieb? I'm so happy you're safe. Getting split up in a brand new place was so lonely, huh? Me too. And now they're gonna have some food. What is this food? It's so soothing. Tasty, too. I never knew, oh god. Namotatoes. I'm never going to get used to saying namotatoes rather than just potato. Namotatoes could be like this. Fumito's a cooking genius, too. Thank you, sir. I really do have to get back ASAP. Ryu, please, tell me I'll do anything. Isn't there any way to get back to the Clover Kingdom? I know you know this, Asta. Even if you go back now, you can't beat Lucius if he's playing for keeps. I mean, I can't know until I try. And then we get some flashbacks of like him getting messed up. While we're just sitting here, Sister Lily's, everybody's gonna... Please, I have to go save them. It's fine. You got time. How can you be so sure? You want me to train? I've been training for as long as I can remember. I can't get any stronger than this. And then Yami's sister comes and just slaps him across the face. I have no idea what's happening to you or the people around you, and I don't care if you die. You're only alive right now because Lord Ryuya and Mikuriya saved you. And then the two of them are like, you don't have to belt him like that. And the two of them are just like, oh no. You a foreigner, when we believe they bring disaster. I don't know if that's a good sentence. He may look like an incomprehensible foreigner to you, but in this country, he's a fine shogun. Oh, what the heck? If you're going to ignore my... I feel like these sentences are, like, unless my brain is just, like, not having a minute. You a foreigner, when we believe they bring disasters. Am I, like, reading that wrong? He may... And then it immediately transitions over to Ryuya, and I assume it's still Yami's sister talking. He may look like an incomprehensible foreigner to you, but in this country, he's a fine shogun. I feel like something's missing there in those two panels. Like, as far as, like, I don't know, maybe my brain is messing up here. If you're going to ignore my lord's warning and waste the life he saved, then I'll cut you down right here, right now. Don't take others' kindness for granted, you fool. Thank you. For saving us, I mean it. I swear I'll repay you. Hey, don't sweat it. If Lucius throws his weight around, it'll give us trouble too. That guy's got overwhelming physical strength, mana, and magic. Oh, mana, sorry. That's the correct way of pronouncing that. And magic. If you take him on, he'll have your back against the wall in no time. You want to end that fight fast. That means you need Zeten or Zeten. Zeten? You mean that thing? Oh, it's the thing that she used, I think, right? Where she like moved, like used her ki to actively fight. But I don't have any magic. Focus, then try sensing her ki. And so he's like looking at her. Ki is the flow of life energy. Everybody manipulates it unconsciously, turning it into Yoryoku. You do a super precise version of that on purpose. Take the Yoryoku inside yourself and make it erupt all at once. Zeten. Yeah, so basically it's using your ki for offensive abilities rather than for like perception. It's basically the difference between like armament hockey in a sense and observation hockey, sort of. So the amount of your Yoryoku and its speed generate explosive power. Now you try, outsider. Huh? That won't work. Experienced Yojutsu users can spend years training and never manage to do it. The only ones who can are you and the other Ryuzen 7. I never even considered using ki that way. Is it sort of like those mana skins everybody else uses, except with ki and then radiated? Since I've got that contract with Lee, but maybe. You saw how she used ki, right? You have that devil anti-magic flows through you now. Use that instead of Yoryoku, and give it a shot. Okay. So he's about to do it, and he's gonna be like, boop, there it is. Phew. And he does this thing, and then the guy's like, I knew it. You can't really expect. And then the bamboo thing just like evaporates from the inside out. And it's like everybody's surprised except for Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. Everybody's surprised except for Ryu, yeah. Attaboy. That bamboo is grown with Yoryoku, and you dried it up. Oh, I wonder if there's something there where it's like, since he has his anti-magic, he can undo things using this new ki ability, Zeten. Because he's using anti-magic to, like, whatever. Okay. Yeah, you already have a solid foundation. You just didn't know how it was done. Get out there and pick up more experience. Thank you. I can still get stronger. Oh, yeah, okay. Thanks in advance for your help. Okay, so I don't know if he's going to keep training or whatever. Now that he has this, that's the end of the chapter, by the way. This is an interesting thing. So it works exactly like how I was explaining last time. It's basically like somewhere between Conqueror's Hockey and armament and observation. Like that's what like the whole thing with ki is, right? It's basically all three of those, and then just how you it's weird. It's basically like that. So he's been using it basically just as observation skills because he doesn't know how to read magic. He doesn't have magic, so he has to use that as like his benchmark for how he gauges strength in people. So he's been using it as solely a like checking other people's like stats out kind of thing. It never occurred to him though that he'd be able to use it to actually like attack or actually be able to do damage or fight back in an offensive way. And now that's what he's learning with Zeten. And I think that's really, really cool. And I think this is the natural progression for Asta to get stronger. Given that I feel like there's not a whole lot as far as like anti-magic stuff is concerned, I feel like there's not a whole lot you could do with that because it's just like, oh, it's undoing magic. I mean, he uses most of his swords just to basically slice through other magical attacks. So that's like more or less what he's been using that for. So I think this is an interesting combination between ki and his anti-magic skills to be able to not just nullify magic, and although I suppose he's done some stuff where he's like reversed some effects with like one sword where he's like purifying like poisoned people. But this is like he's dissolving this bamboo that was grown using magic. So he's undoing that even without his sword. So that's cool. I also absolutely love the face on him. I love the look on his face because it's like, it's an interesting little thing because it seemed like he thought he got as strong as he possibly could get, or I mean, pretty close. I mean, he even said so himself that he like, how can I get any stronger, right? But this is like, it's kind of like you almost see like a certain amount of like relief off of him because now it's like he knows he can get stronger. He knows he can add to his skills and be able to actually use those skills to better himself and save the people that he cares about. So there's a certain amount of relief that like maybe in the back of his head he was thinking, even at this level I'm not good enough. Maybe I won't be able to save my friends even if I do go. And obviously like Ryuya was saying that kind of himself. But there's a certain amount of relief on his face that it's like, oh, he has a path forward now. And I think that's really cool. I like that Tabata illustrated that. He didn't say it out loud. I mean, Asta literally said, I can get stronger, and that's like great. But like he didn't say it out loud as far as like the emotional stuff, but like you could see in Asta's face, and that's awesome. I like that a lot. I stand by my so there's like 7 of these like masters. I stand by that he'll spend like, so we have about a week before Lucius does anything, and obviously we've already used up like a day, I think. But I think Asta will ultimately end up using all of those days, and then he'll arrive right at the end of the week, or right at the beginning of the next week, powered up, and it'll be the kind of thing where it's like, oh, once Lucius is getting ready and going, then that's when Asta will arrive and to be like, nope, we're not doing it. You're not doing it. It's time to go. So I think that's where it's gonna go. We'll meet the other 7 or other 6 of the 7. The other Ryuzen 7. Okay, so it's the Ryuzen 7, so she's one of the 7. We'll meet the other 6 characters that are the Ryuzen 7, and they'll all teach him certain aspects of ki and how to use his ki to his advantage. I like this chapter. I think that Tabata's doing a lot of exposition in the last few chapters because we're in a brand new area, brand new skill set. Asta is kind of having to reset his position. I feel like he kind of wrote him up to be like, okay, well, here is a moment in which here's Asta. He's been training for, was it 6 months or a year or something like that after the devil incident. And so now we have this like Asta who's like clearly thought he was the cat's pajamas getting beaten down, and now he has to reset and kind of learn a new skill set. And I think that's kind of cool. I mean, that's a good way to, it's not taking away from his current skill set. It's just adding, and I think that's a good way to build him up even more and make him stronger than he was before without nullifying all the stuff that he had before going for him. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. What do you think of this new skill set? What other applications of ki do you think Asta will end up learning to use? Obviously, this is just one, and to a certain degree, I don't know if this is different from what, I don't remember what her name was. Yami's sister used a weird, like, ability to multiply her ki or whatever, or, like, make, like, copies of herself using her ki. That could be a whole other skill set that he could learn that's different from this Zaten thing. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think he'll learn to use his ki to do? I'd love to hear ideas from everybody down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed anything I had to say, make sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe if you want to see any more Black Clover content. I enjoy reading this. I want to see what other people have to say about what's going on in the series. I will see you guys in another video, hopefully very soon. See you later.